Yeah. It's the Friday vibe, the Hugo Smoke Show. No work on the horizon, let the good times flow. Grab a smoke, let's light it up. Stream the show, it's time to erupt. Kick back, unwind, let the laughter ring. Weekends calling, let's smoke and sing. Hugo Smokes is here, the party's alive. Join the fun, this is where we thrive. It's the Friday vibe, the Hugo Smoke Show. No work on the horizon, let the good times flow. Grab a smoke, let's light it up. Stream the show, it's time to erupt. Kick back, unwind, let the laughter ring. Weekends calling, let's smoke and sing. Hugo Smokes is here, the party's alive. Join the fun, this is where we thrive. Let the laughter ring. Weekends calling, let's smoke and sing. Hugo Smokes is here, the party's alive. Join the fun, this is where we thrive.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 88 of the TGIF show. I'm your host, Hugo. Oh, my doggy decided to lay down on the cold concrete this morning. How's everybody doing this morning? Before we get started, let me send a quick shout out to the channel sponsors. We have the Luxury Cigar Club providing 15% off on initial orders. Use code initial first time 15 for that first order discount. And also, above the level construction, they are available in the SoCal area for basically anything masonry related, block walls, foundations, excavations, driveways, etc., etc. Contact Chris at 626-265-1657. All right. Let's go ahead and take some roll call. In our YouTube stream, we got Benito smoking. What's up, Benito? I'm here. It's a party. Happy 88th. Thank you, bro. And actually, 88 is kind of like a significant number, I guess, for at least for, let's say, my family. That was my sister's birth year. And I didn't mention for 87, that's my wife's birth year. So pretty cool, huh? Almost reaching that 100th episode, man. That's pretty exciting for me. Um, you know, as everybody knows, it takes some dedication and some effort to be uh here behind the camera shooting the shit with y'all. But hopefully everybody is enjoying the streams. And I do also want to mention that all these streams are available in podcast form on YouTube Music. So if you're a subscriber of YouTube Music, you can go to my channel and check out the playlists and listen to them in the background. So that's cool. On Instagram, we got Gita Boston. How you doing, Gita? We got DC. DC shooting some fire this morning already. What's up, bro? Nobody, man. I don't piss off anybody. At least not intentionally, right? Good morning, man. What are you up to? So today I have the Zeal Cigars Spice Cream, and this cigar came from a cigar bomb from one of the Stoic Society podcast co-hosts, Randall Cigar Scope. I believe he sent over some cigars for a live show or something. And then he included this. Actually, I take that back. He wanted to share with us some Ecuadorian puros, and then he sent like a bunch of other stuff. This was one of them. At first, I had no idea what the cigar was because it's unbanded, right? So it did come in cellophane, and um and it's got the name of it in the back, right? That white sticker. And I didn't notice it until somebody was talking about it, and I was like, "Hey, I think I have that cigar." So I go back and look in the bomb, and yeah, the cigar was in there. So thank you, Randall. I guess the cigar is pretty popular in the cigar community, right? Zio Cigars. Obviously, their founder passed away, what, a year ago now? Forget his name though. Didn't really follow him and Tim when they were doing their thing back in the day. I started watching Tim when he was already Cigars Daily. So, what's up, Sergio on Instagram and Keen Brandon Lee. We got Stogie P in the house. What's up, Stogie P? And DC saying he's off today. He's gonna do some things. Gonna have your fourth smoke of the year. Damn, bro. What are you gonna smoke? If you don't mind sharing that with us. Oh, I just picked up a really peaty note. So this is a Nicaraguan puro, and it is a Connecticut wrapper from Nicaragua. And honestly, not a bad looking wrapper for being Nicaragua, as we learned from Karen Berger on Wednesday. You know, Nicaragua doesn't produce, or they're not known to produce wrapper material, right? They're more filler and some binder. But I mean, it's not the worst and it's not the best. And I did take a whiff of it before I lit it up, and it did smell like leather, like old leather, like musty old leather. Um, so that's that. And so obviously, being a Nicaraguan puro, filler and binder are also from Nicaragua. This cigar is classified as very mild profile on the Zeal website, which actually I can actually share that. Let's go ahead and see what they got to say. So we're sharing their website, and it says the Spice Cream cigar is the best selling of Zeal house brands. This Nicaraguan puro is what brought the brand to its current success. It has a flavor reminiscent of vanilla ice cream cone, featuring notes of vanilla, nuts, wood, and a sweet, spicy aroma. Uh, yeah, the room note is it's a nice spice medley. I'll give them that. Truly satisfying smoke that's selling fast. Don't miss out on this unique cigar that's not flavored but delivers natural tasting notes. So these are either come soloed in singles or naked in bundles of 25 or something like that. So that's pretty cool. What's up, Big Bear in Training, JD on Instagram. So that's Zio Cigars, and I'm smoking the Toro, which I guess the Toro single is 950 and it's sold out. Actually, let's see, what is this? Spice Cream Toro. No, that's the Kingston. Never mind. It's 725 for a Toro, and it's not sold out. You can get a 5 pack for 33. No, actually, a 5 pack of Toros for 34 and a 10 pack for 65. Yeah, so that's that. So if you've smoked this cigar before, let me know if you liked it. Again, it's my first cigar from Zeal. And what am I looking at here? Uh, Here we go. All right, that's much better. He's saying something from Leo's pack. Oh, nice. So Chuck Norris is dead, huh? Is that today, yesterday? Let me see. Let me look it up real quick. Chuck Norris. What happened to Chuck Norris? 46 minutes ago, actor and martial arts Chuck Norris, known for his roles in Way of the Dragon and Missing in Action, has died after a sudden hospitalization. The Hollywood star was age 86. In a statement, his family said they shared the news of his death with heavy hearts. Yeah, grew up watching Chuck Norris films. Definitely a great actor. Oh, that's unfortunate. I mean, 86. That's a pretty good lifespan, right? But yeah. Well, rest in peace, Chuck Norris. So yeah, let me know what you guys are smoking, and if you're not smoking, let me know what you're doing. So again, this is the Zio Cigars Spice Cream. So I do gotta say that right off the bat, um, couple puffs in, I was getting a pretty significant amount of like a cedar that was very mild to medium bodied, more medium bodied, and then that quickly turned into like very mild. So not a lot of stuff going on the palate. If anything, here rounding off the first third, maybe getting like a dry walnut nuttiness, but it's very mild, very nuanced on the palate. It's got more flavor definitely on the retrohale. And it's definitely building in intensity. At the beginning, the sting was like, mild to medium, like 2 to 3 clicks out of 10. Now it's medium plus, like 5 to 6. And definitely, I did pick up like some sweetness in the beginning of the first third. That sweetness dying away now. It's actually getting kind of peaty. Started off with like cedar leather, some creaminess. That creaminess is dying down here at the end of the first third. So we'll see what the rest of the cigar has to offer. But anyway, I thought I'd share some cigar news this morning. I haven't Haven't done that in a while, and there's a significant releases coming out, and just in general industry news in the past 2 weeks. At least that I've been noticing, right? Probably nothing to do with the cigar. Well, maybe not. But there's an article published by Cigar Aficionado, March 17th, and it's titled "Cuba to Allow Cuban American Investment and Property Ownership." So it looks like they're finally giving in and realizing that the economy is sinking on a log scale, so very fast, and they're allowing um, investors to go ahead and stimulate the economy there in Cuba. It's a long article. It's on Cigar Aficionado, but basically, it's a proposal, I believe, and obviously President Trump is pushing for it, and he's saying at the end, he's saying, "I think we will pretty soon either make a deal or do whatever we have to do." Ugh. So what does that mean, right? I mean, maybe it's got the cigar industry involved because you know it's to stimulate business there. So the cigar industry is also a business, a big business there. Even though majority is owned by what the Chinese now, right? And we have Epicurean Smokes in the house. What's up, Epicurean Smokes? Steven, what's up, man? Good morning. I'm smoking the spice cream. I don't know if Randall sent this one to you also, because I'm not sure if you were already in the pod. He sent cigars from Ecuador, and then this one was in there. So I think if you're like a person that just doesn't mind what you're smoking and just like wants to puff on something, I see why this is um, a heavy seller there. It's very non-offensive on the palate. I have noticed that just from observations that there's a bunch of cigar smokers that don't retrohale cigars still, which is amazing. Everybody can smoke the way however they want to smoke, but this cigar definitely, if anything, it's got a lot of flavor on the retrohale. So yeah, and the palate is very mild, very nuanced, and still getting that. It's a dominating woody note, which is either like oak or cedar. It's kind of like varying. Nicaraguan puro again, 6x50 Toro. Okay, the creaminess is coming back here in the second third, so hopefully that stays. It's very nice, creamy. I guess you can call it a vanilla sweetness. It's not as prominent as the Dumbarton. Um, what's that cigar that has like a bunch of waffle cone sweetness? Shoot, Donderma. It's not like that. It's more nuanced. But yeah, it's got some sweetness. All right. So What do we got here? We got Casa Carrillo is releasing a cigar called the Deep Blue. It's a limited edition for 2026. That should be coming out mid to late March. The profile is ocean inspired concept blend. I'm getting like Lampert Ocean Breeze vibes here. I don't know why, because maybe because of the ocean, right? Um, and it's saying Carrillo continuing its artistic experimental releases trend. That's cool. I like that Casa Carrillo um, is releasing new cigars because everybody's we're used to just like the legacy stuff, right? So new cigars from them is definitely something cool. We got our friends over on Instagram, Silky Smooth Vibes and Epicure 868. What's up, guys? Um, Smoking the Zio cigars spice cream, and so far a little bit of spice, not overpowering, nothing like a infused cigar, nothing like that. It's just very very nuanced cigar. Let's see. Here's a release that I don't know anything about the brand. It's called. Yo, my background's messing up. Hold up. All right. It's called Black Star Line. Eugene Bullard. It's gonna debut at PCA 2026. Haven't heard of that one. If you guys have heard of that line, let me know. It's a MSA wrapper, Nicaraguan binder and filler. I like the size though, 5.5 by 46. So Corona. And I guess it's honoring World War One pilot Eugene Bullard. It's a boutique and limited high collector interest cigar. Oh, interesting. So maybe worth a shot, huh? But I haven't heard anything about that brand. Epicure 868 saying cheers, bro. Cheers, man. What's up? What are you smoking this morning? Here is something from a another legacy brand, the Rocky Patel Sapphire PCA 2026 release probably. It doesn't say anything about the blend. Also, H. Upman is doing a collaboration with AJ Fernandez. It's called the Sunrise, and it's an extension of the Nicaraguan line. I can't remember if I smoked the H. Upman Nicaragua or the AJ Fernandez Nicaragua. I don't think so. I think Gabriel bought a box of those. Yeah, man. Chuck Norris is gone, bro. Sorry, was he your childhood hero? I used to watch Chuck Norris and the A Team, um, like a religion when I was growing up. The A Team with Mr. T, Murdoch, the Doc. That shit was dope. It was it was the A Team. It was Chuck Norris, Bruce Lee, and in the 80s, the WWF was very very popular. We all watched that on the weekends. Only available like on I think Fridays or Sundays, and it was like real wrestling, or at least it seemed like it was like real wrestling, not like today's fakeness. Hey, what's up, Matt? Yeah, the A team. I love it when a plan comes together. Epicurean Smoke saying, "Yeah, I have memories of watching Chuck Norris and Walker, Texas Ranger." Right? Yeah, yeah. But that was like a more of a newer series, right? Yeah, I mean, all these actors that were popular in the '80s, they're older, so they're passing away. It is what it is. Here's a release from a cigar brand that I've smoked some. Not the actual cigar brand, which is JRE, but I smoked the Aladinos. Um, and it's in fact it's a Aladino release. It's the Declaration, and that builds on Aladino's Cuban seed authenticity. As you all know, you got that Cuban seed tobacco there in those Aladinos, right? Like the 85th, I think has Cuban seed. What else has Cuban seed? Maybe the Cameroon stuff. But that's crazy how obviously they grow in Honduras and using Cuban seed never gonna taste the same in the Honduran soil, right? Compared to like the actual Cuban twang. Pretty crazy. Like that soil really, the soil nutrients and contents really gives that umph for that seed, specifically in Cuban soil, right? What's up, Sean of Chimole Cigars on Instagram? Good morning, bro. What's going on? Yeah, the WWF over WWE, exactly, bro. Yeah, I think uh I want to say, was it Saturday mornings when that thing was on, or probably afternoons? Um, yeah, I was like all about the Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, the Bushwhackers, the Undertaker, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Man, I those guys were all my favorites. Actually, my favorite was the Ultimate Warrior at the time. You know, he was like crazy. Oh, and then how could we forget Macho Man, right? The Macho Man. Kind of felt like if I was getting like a floral beer. Man, it's changed up, and it's right at the midpoint. We'll see what happens. Take a few puffs into that. Benito saying I turned off wrestling after Logan Paul joined. For sure, dude. What's up, Gabriel? Buenos dias, señor. How's it going? Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday, man. You know, uh it's been hell here in SoCal the past actually this whole week, man. It's been like super hot. Um actually since like last week, like mid last week, almost reaching triple digit temperatures, man. So this whole week was like 98, 97, super hot. So, today I was like, I'm gonna get up early. I'm gonna set up because once you hit like 9:30, bordering 10, that's it. I At least for me, I can't stand being out here and smoking. It's just it's too hot. What's up, my cigar of the day, Angelito? ¿Qué pasa, señor? Buenos días. Buenos dias. Buenos dias. Let's get some media for the gram. Get these guys a little bit of promotion, which I don't know. They probably don't need it, but I posted anyway. Yes, sir. Saludos, señor. Blessings to you too, bro. Um. Anyway. Oh, Angel. By the way, you probably I don't know if I posted on the, but I'm smoking the Zio cigars, a spice cream. It's a bundle cigar from Zio Cigars, obviously. So far, very mild cigar. I guess it's perfect for the morning. I would prefer this cigar in a robusto. I just think it's too much mildness for a toro. It's just too long. All right, going back to the releases from CLE, Ioria, E wait, Iroa. We have what do we have? The 1916 Tabacalera Iroa, a new line honoring the Iroa family legacy, multiple Vitolas plan. That's a cigar brand that when I first started smoking cigars, um, I was kind of like intrigued by it because of their packaging. It just looks pretty cool, like I know they have like excessive like the secondary bands and stuff like that. But for me, being like a new cigar smoker, it really caught my eye. And then for some reason, like I just never, picked up any of their cigars. And to this day, I have the CLE. I don't know why. But their cigars, some of them they just look like chocolate bombs. Like their wrappers are like so dark and silky. They look nice. I don't know. Maybe I'll pick some up in the future. All right, here's a cigar brand that I enjoy, and mainly like their Connecticut. I think I smoked their entire portfolio. It's the Patina, and actually their new cigar is called the Connecticut Copper. It's a line extension, obviously from their Connecticut line. Um, so pretty intrigued to see what they got coming out. It's not mentioned in the makeup, but I'm assuming Ecuador Connecticut wrapper. So that's cool. Gabriel saying, "What's up, IG? I busted a switcheroo." What the hell? Gabriel's on Instagram now. All right, two more releases. We got one from Casa 1910. I usually enjoy some of their cigars. I think like half, and then the other half, honestly, for me, they're just too spicy. I can't really get around to liking them. But Casa 1910, El Ebano, uh, packaging and product refresh. I think they're changing their packaging, so their cigar bands now are gonna have like more goldish tones to them, something like that. I saw that like on one of the posts. So Perdomo is announcing they might be releasing LEs. So it's a strategic shift towards LEs. Interested to see what their pricing is going to be because Perdomos are pretty affordable, right? Like no more than like what, like 13, $14, and they started around like what, 9, $10. which I think is perfect. You know, perfect pricing. But we'll see what they where they go uh, with that LE project. Hopefully, not too much. Not too much. What's up, Brian Beagle? Good morning. What are you smoking, bro? So that's that. Sober Cigars is saying their LE he believes is should be around the $15 mark. That's cool. You know, $15 is pretty cool. I hope that he does it again. I think Nick Perdomo is a cigar brand, or Perdomo cigars is a cigar brand. You know, they've been in the game for a while, and they're probably one of the cigar brands that could have that pricing for LEs. You know, obviously vertically integrated. You know, they use their own cigars from their farm. I'm sorry, tobacco from their farm. So that's cool. Just trying to see if there's any relevant cigar news in the industry. So Brian Beagle saying something Fuente when I get home. Nice. Fuente Friday. Nothing he's heading home from work. Awesome, bro. So Sober Cigar saying confirm MSRP $15. They're all about keeping prices low so it can be for everyone financially, which I appreciate. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Good job, Nick, on that, bro. You know, again, I don't know. Uh, I don't know if these LEs really cost a lot of money to make. I'm not behind the scenes and in cigar producing or whatever, but 35, 40, $50 for an LE, it's a lot of money, you know. The Hoya Green Room, I just honestly what I did is I just generated a chat GPT list and it didn't include that one, but let's look it up. Hoya Green Room. Hoya Green Room cigar. Oh, that looks nice. And we can share this one. Cut that out. All right. So here's a release from Hoya Nicaragua. It's the original green room selection, and it is a 6x54 diadema. Really nice looking wrappers, man. So Ecuadorian Connecticut seed wrapper over Nicaraguan binders and fillers. So it's using the same wrapper as the Numero Uno line, a very popular cigar line in the Hoyo de Nicaragua portfolio, right? Not a bad pricing, 1350 MSRP, and 1200 boxes are being released of 20 count. So 24,000 cigars. 24,000 or 240,000. Do the math. Okay, so 700 of those boxes are coming to the US, and then 500 are intended for international markets. Huh, interesting. Yeah, very nice cigar, man. So this one will obviously debut at the PCA 2026 trade show, which is taking place in about a month, April 18th to the 20th. What's up, Cat Colombia's finest? Buenos dias, and JD on Instagram. What's up? Why? Epicurean Smoke saying, I'm a sucker for light rapper Diadema. Yeah, right. Like the Davidoff Diadema, really nice cigar. Pricey sucker though. And we got Sid in the house. What's up, Sid? Okay, definitely getting that woody note becoming more prominent here. I guess at the end of the second third, and it's like a woody. It's like a cedar oak note, some amount of like tanginess, like tannic. Um, Maybe some light spice as well, but still, it's like at best like medium body, medium minus. Getting a little bit more sting on the retro. It's becoming creamy again, which I appreciate. And yeah, just a nuanced nutty note there also, and definitely more spice on the retro than on the palate for sure. So the cigar is all right. I would want to smoke this cigar in a smaller format for sure, like a robusto. I think it'll be perfect. Perfect robusto cigar for sure. But yeah, let me know. I mean, I know Zeal cigars are pretty popular in the cigar community. Have you guys tried this one? What are your thoughts on this one? It's their best selling SKU, is what I read. I do gotta give it to them. Their construction is very nice. Semi wavy burn line, but I haven't had to touch up the cigar at all. Nowadays, I really take my time roasting the foot on these things and just really let them ignite on their own. I literally just hit the outside perimeter of the cigar with the torch, and then I let them sit and let them ignite by themselves. And then after a few minutes, I'll hit it again, and you can see uh, that charred black areas are gonna slowly turn white. And for me, that's been working out phenomenal as far as like not having to relight my cigar or touch it up. 'Cause I hate doing that. So just a tip there. What's up, Gant? On Instagram. What's up, man? Morning, bro. What are you smoking this morning? And Josephus Comedy also on Instagram. What's up, man? Let me know what you guys are smoking. I'm smoking this Zio cigar. I'm sure Josephus has smoked this one before. What are your thoughts on this one, Josephus? The spice cream. By the way, not sure if I mentioned this, but all these podcasts are available on YouTube Music. There's a playlist there. And it's mainly like the more recent ones because I just started putting them on the podcast format, just audio. I tend to smoke lighter shade wrappers at a lower RH. So this one at the foot was around 64 and about 62 at the cap. And literally just took out this cigar out the humidor this morning. Last night I was thinking, I was like, hey, what should I smoke tomorrow? I usually try to smoke some lighter shades in the morning, right? And I was like, I have like bigger, like Toro size, Churchill size, but I usually want to smoke like a Toro or like smaller. I'm sorry, a Robusto or smaller. This one's a Toro, but I did started like 20 minutes before the stream, so that's why I'm approaching the final third. Also, it would be like barely like into the second third. You guys know I'm a slow smoker. Josephus on Instagram saying, I haven't had any Zeal yet. Trying out the Flathead 642 right now. Oh, nice. I've only had the Flathead 660s. I really like those. Haven't had those in a while, though. Damn, I think maybe like a year and a half, two. That's crazy. Had to call my dog. He wanders around in the front yard. What's up, little boy? Chill out. Go chill out on your bed. Yeah. So, how's that the Flathead 642? I don't know the actual Vitola names. I know they have like the camshaft and like the something wrench. It's all mechanic name or car parts names, something like that. What's up, Oksana on Instagram? Welcome, the Smoking Baroness. What's up? What are you smoking this morning? I know you always smoke in the morning. Um, Silver Cigars Saint Sid. I'm smoking the Zeal Cigars Spice Cream. A very mellow cigar here in the morning. It's nice. I can tell that this cigar isn't gonna be one of those cigars where what do you call it? That leaves like a bad stench on you, which is nice. I hate it when you have like that stench on you that's left over right on your clothes, on your hands, and your fingers. Oksana saying she had a PDR. That's JC Newman, if I'm not mistaken. Next week, I want to tackle the Lampert Platino, the new the Redux of the Limitada 2023. Has anybody in here? Has anybody in here smoked that one yet? I haven't seen any reviews come out on that. At least no like long form reviews. So Oksana saying had that one yesterday. Which one did you have yesterday? The Platino? That's a Lampert Cigars. Um, yeah, Gantz he's had it. It's a good cigar. He loves it. Um, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so that cigar was released early access for the Black Card members only for Lampert, and then it was available at some retailers. I know that Sir Louis had some in a sampler, and then our friends over at Relief in Portland, Oregon area. So Oksana saying, yeah, she had the Platino. What you think about that Platino? I think I'm gonna do a full review next week of that one. This week I didn't film any reviews. It's just too hot, way too hot. I usually come out here uh, during the week, like at 8:39, and by that time it was just like too hot, man. Today's supposed to be a little bit cooler. Um, Today's supposed to be a little bit cooler. Oh, never mind. It's also 97 today. Tomorrow's gonna cool down, and then Sunday by 10 degrees, and then next week we're back up to like high 80s. But yeah, now this week's been like all week. It's been like 97, 96, 98. Awful weather to smoke cigars. At least for me, I don't like smoking in extreme temperatures. I like it to be mild. Oksana saying the Platino was amazing. Yeah, I haven't heard anything, anything bad on that cigar. Just heard like very good stuff. It's a redux of the 2023, except for I think he added one extra leaf of undisclosed tobacco. For me, I prefer the 23 limitada compared to the 25. So Matt Sober Cigars is saying it could be 75 during the day and 65 at night. Year round, I'd be happy. Ideal smoking conditions, right, bro? Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, it's crazy here because like I said, it's coming up on we're coming up on 9 a.m. and you could start to feel the heat around you. It's crazy. As soon as like you hit that 9 o'clock mark, it's like magic. And after here, it's just like very hot. So I will be inside editing. Unfortunately, I can't smoke inside. I wish I could. I'm set up right outside our front door. Front door is right there. And my wife was already giving me crap this morning as she was leaving to work, saying that it smelled inside the house. I'm like, dude, I'm far away, but just a little bit of that cigar smoke goes in there, and it's like, But I'm always envious of people that smoke inside their house. That's cool. Just fucking light up a cigar anytime. Got AC in there. It's like a lounge, right? Josephus is saying the flathead is a 6x42 box press version of the 660. Very nice so far. Huh. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's cool. Epicure 868 saying he can't hear me. It seems like everybody else. Uh, Gant saying I'm lucky my wife lets me smoke inside. Yeah, that's cool, bro. And Grable saying the audio is good. Yeah, maybe it's just your phone, Epicure 868. Josephus is saying I had early access by Drewster yesterday. The fire is fire, and the water tasted like the Dominican to me, like the Dominica. Yeah, I didn't like the Dominica, dude. I smoked the Robusto. Uh. No bueno. Too much Splenda on that wrapper, man. That thing was nasty. What's up, F? F. Can't say the rest of that username on Instagram. And the Smoking Text Podcast Show. What's up? Good morning. Buenos dias. Okay, looks like Brian sparked up a doble seis, a Toro of the Casa Cuba. I like that cigar. I smoked it. I wonder why Fuente decided to call those, doble. Why doble? Anybody know? Doble cinco, doble seis, doble dos. That's interesting. Oh, getting that the bottom of my coffee, and I always add cinnamon powder on my coffee. I don't know why. I just love it. Something I've been doing for a long time. Um, but yeah, I enjoy it like that. Hey, Josephus is saying chorizo in the house. ¿Quién es? Who is chorizo, Josephus? He might be calling the smoking Texas podcast show like that. I don't know why. That shit's funny. Okay, so next week I want to smoke the Lamper Platino, and I think I want to smoke the Crown Heads Blood Medicine B Positive. I think those are the two cigars that I'm going to be filming for release for full review, and then I'm going to be working on editing. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I think I'm going to edit the Jose Cejas today, and probably the before it gets too late, I smoked the Principal Holiday Babel for 2025. I like that cigar. Spoiler alert. So probably those two. Hopefully, if I have enough time. But for sure, the Jose Cejas for release on Tuesday. And this weekend, we have a my wife's niece's birthday party on Sunday. It's a pool party. Uh, it's smoke friendly. So my or her brother-in-law smokes cigars. So I'm gonna take a few cigars out there and probably light something up on Sunday. Tomorrow, I'm not sure if I'll be able to smoke. We don't have anything lined up, but tomorrow's like our honeydew day. Honeydew this, honeydew that. So sometimes I don't have time to smoke. Maybe in the evening. We'll see. So, in summary, for this cigar, I would like to do the opposite. I usually say I want to age a cigar and see how it changes. I want to see how this cigar tastes fresh. I don't know how old this cigar is. Again, it was sent in to me from Cigar Scope Brando. So I would want to smoke it fresh to see if it has more body. Because for me, it's lacking a little bit of body. It's picking up here at the last third, which is all cigars typically do. Not all of them, but most really build up. Yeah, I mean it's called the spice cream. Uh, I did pick up some creamy nuances. It's not a lot though. It's very nuanced, very non-offensive. Uh, I would definitely recommend the cigar. For a beginner for sure. For every day in the morning, possibly you might get bored of it though. After like a few sessions with this one, but overall it was a pretty good choice here for the morning, I think. And it doesn't dent the wallet at 7 something. And if you buy a bundle of it, it goes down to like 6 something, which is not bad for MSRP, right? Without a discount. So yeah. So actually I gotta let me see. I'm gonna take my last picture and media so I can post this on Instagram and YouTube. And I'm gonna call it a day. So thank you guys for joining this morning, episode 88. Hopefully you guys have a great weekend. Stay safe. For my peeps out in here in SoCal, stay cool. It's gonna be a scorcher today. And yeah, have a great weekend, Matt. Hell yeah, see you guys in the Discord. And appreciate you guys and have an awesome day. Check you guys out later. Bye bye.
Thanks for tuning in today. Hope you had some fun and smoked a great cigar. Let's keep the good vibes going all weekend long.
Hugo Smokers is out, gonna let the day begin. Don't forget to sub and like to always bring you cheer. Hugo Smokes is out, gonna let the day begin. Don't forget to sub and like to always bring you cheer.
Thanks for tuning in today. Hope you had some fun and smoked a great cigar. Let's keep the good vibes going all weekend long.
Hugo Smokers is out, gonna let the day begin. Don't forget to sub and like to always bring you cheer.